Hello, my little munchkin, crones, and sunflowers. How are you? Well, let me just get this reading out of the way. I said that I'm going to follow Camilla.
Kamala.
Kamala. Ooh, I'm going to remember her name one day. Kamala Harris.
Yes.
And she is the vice president now.
Yes.
And one running for president.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to do a reading on her, okay? Whew. I want to do a reading on her because I want to see how she's doing. I didn't think I did a reading on her. I think when I did Biden, I think I did tap on her or something.
Yes.
But I think I'm going to do a reading on her and let's see how she's doing, how she's bearing up, and how things look for her. People say she's going to win. You all know how I feel. I don't think so. But let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the cards say. Kamala Harris.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say this represents her.
All right.
I don't know if you can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. They can.
And what we're going to say is that is the two lovers. So what that means is she is there to bridge the gap.
Yes.
She is there to fix. But I think that I don't know if that showed up for her before. But here, this is what's represented. She's here to fill the gap, to pass the goblet, because no one was there that could take it. She's there as a filler, as a buffer zone, as to fill the gap, and no one is able. Well, there are people that are able to do it, but they would accept Kamala because the Democrats are trying to deal to appease women voters.
Yes.
So that's on that, and everyone is looking for a woman president, and she's already been in the House and the office. And so she is, when you're looking at it on paper, she's a better fit. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Here to my left, we see here's the King of Pentacles. To the top of her, we see the Three of Wands. To the right of her, again, we see the Ten of Cups, which is showing something good, very emotional. Below her, we see change. We definitely see a change of something that was like, how can I explain this? Something that people need, something, when judgment come up, judgment is always about a renewal, about change over, about something that has resurrected, something that you can forgive and move on. So she's beneath her. That's what they want her to accomplish, to make the change, to transfer the cup. It's not really predicated on her winning. If she wins, that's a bonus.
Okay.
But that's not why this is done. This is done to heal the party. Obviously, there was something major going on with the president that we don't know about. So this is why she's there to heal. They already knew. They already know this woman. They know how people feel about her.
Mm-hmm.
They know this. Trust and believe. But there was no one that was able to go like that, to fit.
Mm-hmm.
What would it look like? The president gets sick. It's supposed to go for the next president.
Mm-hmm.
That's who runs. Not all the time. Because she could have said, I don't want to be. But of course we know she's not that. So it will go to the vice president would run.
Mm-hmm.
So for him not to give it to her, that would show a fracture in the party. This is what the cards are saying to me. It will show a fracture in it. So she's there as a healing also to the nations. And to those, she's there to heal. Like, I'm here. I'm going to do the best I can under the circumstances. I know that you all want Biden, but I'm here and I'm going to do the best I can because she wants to uplift the morale of the Democratic Party. That is why she's there. And if she so happens to win, well, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But that's not why she's there. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense, baby? Come on.
Yes.
What do you get out of what I'm saying? Because I like to know I'm making sense.
That she's just like you said, if Biden would have picked anybody else besides his vice president,
That wouldn't look whack.
Yeah, it just wouldn't have looked good.
Right. And it just happened to be her. So the card that I pick here is the Hierophant. And what is the Hierophant? The Hierophant is somebody like a pope or somebody who guards, like who's the mediator between God and you. So the Pope is someone you can go to and talk to and like a priest or counselor or someone like of that nature. And it's about conformity and about change and helping you grow. But here is where it says she has a problem. Even though she has the healing card, it is going to be a problem. Why? Because the Pope is supposed to connect. The Pope is supposed to be for all people all over the world. It's supposed to be humanity and togetherness, right? But that's saying that's her problem. She's going to have a problem with not, maybe she's already healed because she saved the Republican Party. It doesn't look like it when you, yes, the Democratic Party, I'm sorry. She saved it from looking bad. And so did the president by choosing her. Whether he did or he didn't, it just looks well. Yes. And he goes out like, I was sick and I'm going to do my term, and it's the right thing to do.
That's what he
I'm put my feelings aside, and I'm gonna do it the right. And if anybody can, Kamala can.
Yeah.
That's what this is. So you have a question?
Yeah. Yes, my question is, how does Kamala feel about running for president?
Well, I see a 9 of Wands. I see a 3 of Swords. Do you see it?
Doesn't look like she's taking it too well.
It seems like she puts on a good front, but she knows that the odds are stacked against her. She knows this is, I said it was going to be bloody. Not bloody in physicalness, but the lengths they're going to go to tear each other down. And if she don't get it, she'll get it. She'll get it. She reminds me of Sarah Palin.
Oh.
You don't know her, but that's who she reminds me of. And she's just there. She's there to do it. She's taking the blow. She's taking the insults, but she can handle it, so she say. And she's ready, but if she wasn't, she have to. Both of them can't fall, so she's in it to give it her best shot, even though she knows the odds stand against her. But no one is expecting her to really win. The public is, because the public can be a little naive.
Yeah.
You know what? That's just like saying, okay, you got 3 kids and one of your children can't, and it's a chess tournament, and one can play a little bit, but you say you go on in there and win. And it's like, I can't beat that person. Just give it the best you can. You got skills. You understand? The odds are set against you, but it's still a likelihood that something could happen.
Yeah.
Right? Something could happen to Trump. Right? Yeah. Where they would have to throw somebody in there for him. Yeah. Yes? These things can happen, but we're not looking at it like that. So, you have a question?
Yes, my next question is, does Kamala think she can run as a president?
Well, she's
Or
going to run.
do the job as a president? Can she run the country?
Well, the card saying here, I see a 4 of swords. I see the 8 of swords. So that's a continuation from above. I see swords. She doesn't know. All she know is I'm going to give it my best shot. I don't know. This woman like, I don't know. She's like, I'm ready. I'm as ready as I can be. Remember, this is short notice overall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, but no, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I wanna do it. And like, she's like, I'm ready. All things behind, I'm looking forward. I'm running this race. I'm like, she's ready. She's like, I'm ready. I'm amped. I'm ready. This is a chance of a lifetime. Whether I win or lose, just to be in the running, just to go up against the beast. This is like exhilarating. Is she afraid? Yes, she has trepidation. But there is also a calm about it as well. Like she said, I've dealt with people like him.
Yeah.
You know, so she gets a chance to prove that. You have another question? Make it a good one. Is she married?
I can look into that.
I think she's married. And does she have any children? You like your new location? Yeah, you're gonna talk to me since you're home. Okay. So, as Baby Phone looked that up, we're gonna get into it. So anyway, I just don't know if she's married. I would think that she would be, but she never talks about her spouse. Mm-hmm. If it's that long, then she's not married. Can't you just say it's Kamala Harris married? Boom, that's it. What did you be asking? She be asking elaborate questions.
Yes, she is married.
Really?
Yes, but I cannot tell if she has a daughter. Because according to an article, they said a stepdaughter.
Okay, then she has a stepchild. So I would like to know, how is her marriage is holding up?
She's been married for a decade, by the way.
Right. I see here more swords, and I also see an open path. So that lets me know that her husband wants her to go forward, and that he's there. It's like, I got you. I got your back. I got you. And yet they both have trepidation. Like when I see this card, I think they worried about her life. They worried about, I just see that he's there, like I'll be there for you, but there is a path for you to take, and I want you to take that path. You know, the country need you to step up, and I need you to take that path. And yet I see him here as the horse on the white knight, as if coming to say, I got you. I'm here for you. And even though neither one of us, look, this is so funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Neither one of us know, but we just trusting that that the main thing is that you're okay. After this shooting, you know, yeah. I mean, everything, I would be feeling a little nervous about that too. And to know that a lot of people don't like you, and to know that you're being jeered by Black people.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I want to know, do she think she's going to win? Did you ask that question? No. I want to know, do she think she's going to win this race?
That's
I think I asked it, but I'm asking it.
Well, I had asked, can she run as president? Like, can she run the country? And she had trepidation about if she can actually have the ability to run the country. Well,
I accidentally put out a card. I didn't need that one, but I put out a card. Now, this is so funny because I put out the card. The first card came out as the sun. As the sun. As in, I'm ready to take on the giant. I'm ready to deal with this accuser. I'm ready. I am so ready. But again, the devil shows up. It's like she's ready as she can be. She feel good about it. She feel like she can handle him. But when the devil shows up, that always seemed to me to be something that is defeated.
Yes.
Like even, and this is what the cards are saying. It's like a defeat. It's like, but not defeat in a shameful way, but defeated under the circumstances. She come in as the sun, full of energy, ready to take it on. Got the energy, got the stamina, ready, and she's going to deal with this. And this going to be, but at the end, this card showed, and the card that I put back was the Two of Wands. Is that there is a man standing there with the world in his hand. And I didn't want to say it because the last man standing is a man. And I would say I wouldn't even deal with that like that, but when I'm trying to be precise, I have to be precise because it was the sun card. Mm-hmm. And no matter you turn the sun upside down, the sun can never be wrong. The only thing the sun can do is scorch you.
Yes.
Or burn you or consume you. Other than that, it's about warmth and healing and light and life and all of that. But then when I see that next to that, it's like Kamala and the giant, or Kamala and Goliath. And then after that, I see the devil. And then I see a man standing with the world in his hand. Just those cards tell a story, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. What do you see them as?
I see the sun representing a joyous time,
a happy time, like
or a joyous disposition, personality.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then that represents taking on the past or reminiscing on how, maybe pulling back to what she had done previously when she was vice president, figuring out how she can tweak it for her presidency.
No, what I see here, I see someone towering over someone. Okay. So look at it from that viewpoint.
Okay, well, maybe she might be outmatched by her competitor.
Yeah, it could be outmatched, right. And I'm not saying she can't give him a run for his money, but it's more to it. Because it shows that he is the last man standing. Time will tell, And as I said before, these cards are never wrong. It would be the way I'm reading them, how I'm interpreting them. But it still was saying to me that I don't see her winning. But, hey, I'm not saying she can't. I'm just saying the odds are stacked against her. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it can be the little engine that could. Right? Mm-hmm. But it would leave me with this. If Hillary Clinton couldn't do it, right?
Right.
And Michelle Obama don't want it, mm-hmm. Why would they give it to someone that was the horse that never was?
That's true.
That doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, America want a woman president. Well, women want a woman president. Yes. But even though we want a woman president, we want the best qualified woman.
Yes.
We don't want somebody, I mean, if it is that way, it is that way. But she's there. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. She is there to do her job. That's her job. The country needs her right now, mm-hmm. to stand up. And nobody is able. You're the vice president. It could have been a man, and that's who would be doing it, right? Yeah. So we see this. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that's the way it is. Do women like Kamala? Kamala. Do women favor Kamala?
Mm-hmm. No. Still no.
Okay. Do men favor Kamala?
Oh. No, it's up in the air with them.
With the women, I see it's going to be a hard sell for many women. Many women, but because of the Democratic Party, is waving to and fro, back and forth. And as I understood, as I heard, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that Charlemagne the God didn't even want to vote for her, but they're pressuring him to do so, the Democratic Party. And I see an enlightenment. In other words, she would have to do so much and change so much for people, for women to give it to her. I'm just saying. And for men, it's a beast of burden. No, they do not, many men do not want a woman running this country.
Mhm.
Point blank, period, exclamation mark.
That's a long feat to
However,
overcome.
Huh?
I said that's going to be a long feat to overcome.
Yes,
a woman
yes,
president.
yes. And also here, it's like, and if she become if a woman become a president, she has to be really, really good. Really good. And here I see the card of fate. What would be her face? Let's spin it.
Okay.
The world card. It would just go back to what it said before. It would just go back to a complete cycle, something she had to do. She had to run. She had to do this. It's not about, I mean, she wants to do it, most definitely. The ego is big, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? I would. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she knows the odds are stacked against her. Because they know, they see what we see. They have people watching everything. So they see what we see. So no, the odds are stacked against her, but this is full circle for her. So after this, if she wants to run in another 4 years, she will certainly be qualified to. And maybe people will have a different idea because she's 40, 59, so 56, 57, 59, 60, 61, 62, and 60. 3 or 64 years old, she could run and relatively young.
Yeah.
For this kind of work.
You'll be getting out about 67, 68.
So what about Hispanics? What do they think of her? Well, the Hispanics seem like they're favoring, even though they're wavering too. They're like, they don't know either, but they're willing to give her a chance. If they're a Democratic Party, they're willing to give her a chance. Is she Hispanic? I'm calling the woman Hispanic.
I believe when she first came out, she came out as Indian.
Well, whatever her nationality is.
Yes, she is Native Indian, so she's Native American.
Okay, yeah, so I know it was some, that's why I asked what they call this one. So yeah, whoever it is, yeah, they're on a roof of their own, right? Yeah, so I definitely see there's some trepidation. Like, I don't know, but we're going to love on our own. We're going to love on our own. So she's going to get their votes, right? And what about Black women? That was just women. But what about Black women?
Okay.
Are Black women going to stand behind her? Black women. First of all, I see many Black women are not standing behind her.
Yeah.
This is what the card said. Also, it's like she would have to do a lot for many of them to accept her. Because I see a queen. I mean, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a queen. That's justice. Many of them don't feel that she's got it to be the president. They don't respect her like that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a queen. My bad. And I see friction over it. I think that it's going to be a battle amongst many women about it. But many women do not see her running. As far as the Black male, let's see. There's a Black man. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm getting a kind of feeling like Black men that are Democrats, many of them are feeling like, okay. And I also get a feeling like some men find her appealing. So I feel like some men find her appealing, and Central.
Of course, that would be the reason they might pick.
and I'm going to have to do another card, but you see what I say,
Yes.
right? So it's like I wasn't even thinking on that level. Like, she's like a power woman, like Oprah. A lot of men find Oprah women of power attractive, and there are some, but that doesn't sound like they're going to give her a chance. It just seems like that's how they view her. But are they going to give her a chance? It seems like some of them will. Some of them will. Some of them will really give her a chance. But will all of this be enough for this woman to become president? I see a struggle. I just don't see it. No, I don't see it. And you may say, why? Well, because I see a struggle, wands, conflict of ideas, opinions. I also see it's just too much coming at her at one time.
Yeah.
It's just too much at a short length of time. And yet I feel as though she's saying, I've been training for this all my life. But it just seemed like it's just too much fire, too much coming at one time. And I just think that I see these pentacles, and I just think that, she might struggle a little bit on the way. I don't know. I don't know what that pentacle is meaning, because sometimes when I see that pentacle, it's always coming together, working together. Or it could mean, like if it was a court case, the person probably is going to get a good deal. But in this case, no, I see the King, Queen of Swords. I just don't see it. I just see somebody who's going to put up a good fight, who's really ready for it, who's ready to take it on, who wants to do it. And this is what's important. She wants to do it. She's excited. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing for her. But it's also scary also. And not scary far as going up against Trump. I'm sure that's a challenge. But her life and being away from her husband and all of that, this is going to cause for a lot. And it's going to cause for challenging times. And is she up for it? Last question. She said, I'm up for it. This came out for her before. It's up for it. So all I can say is let the commencement begin. Because will they have any times where they ever get to meet and have a talk together again?
That's honestly a good question.
Or have we done the last one of those?
Well, I'm not sure how many presidential debates there's supposed to be, because there's only been one so far.
I thought it was 2. How many? I think it was 2. Would she make a good president? Okay, I had the King of Wands. I see the 7 of Cups, indecisive, and I see the Emperor. No, She would just, it's just too masculine. I see too much masculine energy too. I see a lot of masculine energy around her.
They say typically they have 3 presidential debates.
How many have they had so far? I hope it's only 2.
No. The second presidential debate is apparently in September.
Woo! So we get to see this.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a third one. Why in September? October, and then they'll have another one in when?
Probably in October. I guess it's once every month leading up to the.
Okay. Well, so we get to see her. So I get to see why now they say, hey, you got to step down. All these things, that's what I'm saying, is in negotiation. And yeah, would she have made a president? Yes, I do see that things would have been upside down for her. And she would have been a lot of masculine energy would have been around her, and there's a lot of, there's so much masculine energy around her now, even to the point where when I asked about the black men, many of them find her, I'm not going to say attractive, but appealing. As a woman. She's not a bad looking woman to me. So, and I saw her leg, and she got legs. I just think that the way she needs her suits tailored and not be so baggy. I think that she needs to amp her style up a little, and I think that her dresses, her suits needs to be more tailored. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's one of the things I loved about Sarah Palin. She just always looked so hot to me. So anyway, that's my read. You have any questions?
No, I do
Do
not.
you think I answered everything?
Yes, you did.
Well, I think I answered everything. I will be coming back probably next month. I'm just giving you what the cards say. That's what they say to me. And as I say, my cards are never wrong. I would be wrong, but time will tell. And let the commencement begin.
Yes.
It already has begun. She's been in Wisconsin, and I just can't wait to see the debate. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this read on Kamala Harris.
Yes.
On Kamala Harris. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you enjoyed this a tiny bit, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And as I said, everything I say is allegedly. I'm only a card reader. And with that being said, thank you. I love you. Have a good night. Peace and love. Sunflowers.